What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel for the Misplay for Game podcast. As always, I am your senior yapologist, Andrew KnTElixar.
Hey gang, it's your buddy the TommyNT. Fresh off of no regionals and it's just a normal episode this week. You know the vibes.
I love normal episodes. I love when nothing happens and then we just get to yap. Actually, low key, I think I'm done with like the whole like yap term. I think we need to move on as like, you know, the podcasting community needs to stop treating everything like a yap session. Okay.
Yeah, man. There's some value in this. It's more than yapping.
It's more like, you know, we can
this
do better.
Is like, yeah, you know, and like, listen, because I'm about to say the most 29-year-old shit I've ever said in my life. But you know, in Skyrim, there's only like one of the Greybeards that talks, and the rest of them are just monks that live up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Right. This is the people of the Digimon TCG community come to our mountain, and they're lucky that we three wise men can yap for that, because we're given wisdom, nuggets of gold,
sagely advice,
downright like oracalic, dude.
I would charge myself for some of the stuff that we say. I would charge me.
Like, dude, that's for those channel members.
We call those fines in the
you know, we're not yapping. What would you say instead of yapping, bro?
Discussion. I think we need to bring back discussions. It's
a forum. What's happening, forum? Oh my god. If you guys listen, I'm not gonna get into this, but shout outs to Ray William Johnson, wherever you are. I wish you hadn't said the Edward so much, bro. That was not cool. Anyway. Do you think Ray William Johnson would like Digimon?
Yeah, actually, I could imagine
he's
like
an Omnimon guy.
Like the =3 guy?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, imagine =3 is like, so guys, I went X3 at my locals. This new game.
Yeah, there's like 9 different jump cuts, and like, I don't know, a joke about women.
You look over,
it's like
=3
in a while.
He's like, oh man, do you think I should keep this hand? Jump cut. Should not have kept this hand.
Dude, let me tell you, gang. Well, I want to hear about Vanguard Worlds, Heike, but
you do?
I do actually, yeah. Because I've been, yeah, that's what I was hearing. I hear my Twitter this morning was like, wow, what a day. But it's the first week I actually got to play Digimon in person in like a minute, so kind of sweet. Kind of card games are sick this year. This is like Riftbound release and stuff too. It's kind of hype. It's just a good time to like playing with cardboard.
Yeah, we got a reprint set that didn't suck. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Regionals, we've got statistics. Although I will say we're gonna go over those later. But looking at the number of decks submitted, big ups our last week's guest Adam Red Scar TCG for supplying the entire data set for stats.
That's OPE Adam. That's OPE Adam.
Ah, true. Yeah, you know, I hear he knows him.
Yeah, it's a different guy. It's like Batman and Bruce Wayne. They're never in the same room, even though I know they'd get along.
They both have really strong opinions about ShineGreymon.
Yeah. Dude, I tried my first hand. You talking about Shine? I'm not gonna do like a whole ass like. This is not the set review. We're not doing any of that. Maybe we get Jambo. We'll see. Whatever. I finally tried like a little bit of like tabletop sim BT25 stuff. I think Shine is as good as people are saying it is. I feel like maybe actually somehow there are down players. I don't understand how that could be possible, but ShineGreymon I think is better than the yappers are telling you. Now there's a good burst mode, so that helps. We used to just have to put up with the mediocre BT13 one, and just like Ruin Mode did all the hard work, but now we have like an actual card.
So as far as I know, they've reverted the way that we thought the end-turn like processing worked, right? Like you can't like end-turn deburst and then like go into Ruin, right?
Yeah, that is my understanding as well.
Oh, okay.
Which is peak, because fuck that.
Yeah,
you should have to make a choice.
Yeah, they shouldn't get to like armor textures switch between the best removal and the best floodgate in the games.
I think one of the things that was also really annoying about it was the fact that like if you're gonna do this whole combo, it would make sense for it, just from a canonical standpoint, it would make more sense for it to go ruin into burst mode first.
Yeah.
But pedantics aside, that
Correct.
shit is dumb. That shit is real dumb.
Yeah, it was stupid. I was testing it without it, but I was impressed. Like, I basically just gave it like a little bit of Olympian good stuff soup. I just stole like a Sarismon or two and threw that in like a Mega Zoo or whatever to try it out for a little while. But it impresses. Sarismon's good too. I don't want to just be like Shine is the boogeyman or whatever. I think Sarismon's good. I think Volcanis is way better than people think it's gonna be, because it's like the first good Link deck, which is really funny because there's like an actually pretty playable Atmon in BT25, like despite all odds. Well, okay. No, I said playable. Playable is probably the right word. I don't think it's that crazy.
Pretty cool.
It's like it's weird that they made it a green card. It doesn't play that much like a green deck, and like normally the other ones have kind of had some like of their color flavor. But Rebootmon doesn't really. It feels like Rebootmon feels like what they wanted Deusmon to be a little bit.
I think with Reboot, they were like, okay, like what if once in a while you didn't just like abfuse everything and we gave you like a normally evolution costed like line, and it's like, oh,
that's all it took, huh? Damn.
But like, I mean, it's also like, I think it was very deliberate that they made it like unaffected in dual card release.
Yeah.
So, you know,
there's
unless
a
you're
lot
playing,
of that this set.
yeah, like unless you're playing one of the privileged decks, for the most part, like Reboot will be like, it shows up, it'll like dome you, and then die to dual card, and then
yeah. If all the like kind of competent combo and control players that I know are to believe Muskets is like actually really is worth the hype and will be a deck that we'll see top.
Good, Thomas deserves it.
Yeah, and so I just don't think you can like, you know, Sarismon gets away with it because being an Olympian is way better than being an app. But like the rest of them, bro, ugh, I wouldn't want to be. It sucks to not be able to hang with dual cards right now, is what I'm trying to say. If your deck can't hang with it, you're gonna notice.
I think the other thing that's like
Beatbreak. Oh.
The other thing that's like kind of annoying is that they used like my protagonist finale final form to debut a new mechanic.
Yeah.
And then like everybody's just getting it like in BT25, right?
Oh, you mean like the fighting stuff, like Zeph?
Yeah, like battle.
Yeah.
Like I like that Green has a new thing, which is like battle, but like, okay, what the fuck is special about Vortex? Like the deck shows up, has like below average like performance, fuck all for results, and then anyway, we're moving on. It's just like,
I think it finally got a top 8 this week, if I remember. That was a big win. But I don't know. I guess it's just because it's big.
It's also green.
Yeah.
It's real funny that it's always green. That's like the, hey, we got to test a new keyword.
Alliance first, now this.
Give it to a level 6. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, actually. Although I don't know. I think Beatbreak is good not because of the battle stuff, but I like high-key Habakirimon. It's just such a ridiculous card. But
really
like,
curious to see how URs will actually function.
Yeah, if they're really expensive, the game is about to get shittier.
But
just
also, it depends, because like obviously it's designed to be lower than Secret, so like you're supposed to be able to get it more consistently, but I hope that lower than Secret isn't like takes up a rare slot type of thing like BT11. I don't know, there's that, and also it'd be interesting to see when we look back on the game in a year and we've had several URs, what they thought was worth having an entirely new rarity for. Like when you look at, I think armors are an excellent example. The SR armors back then, on like what was considered worth it compared to what they just put on an uncommon nowadays.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, even as of recent Liberator, they were like, "Oh, we don't know if these new Liberator cards are going to be crazy. Make them cost 4 on an SR." And it's like, here's a rare that does everything, does your taxes, gives you a back massage, fixes the deck in ways you didn't know you needed fixed. Like, here's everything.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what these URs are going to look like in a year's time, because they already seem pretty good right now.
Yeah, it's an interesting line for them to tread too, because the other thing is like so far I think all of the URs are all also dual cards, right? It's Habakiri, Bielstar, and
Monarch Laser.
Burst Mode's a secret, but Monarch Laser, yeah.
Oh, sure.
So it'll be like if they think that these are just like, I guess maybe an option card, because there are SR dual cards as well, right? Like the starter deck has them.
Yes.
So I'm kind of like what
but
makes
they're not as good, I think.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They're passable.
I can't wait to see our first like rare one.
I think the Beatbreak one is the Beatbreak green guy is pretty good.
There's another one. The Serious Mon, right?
Oh yeah, I hadn't even thought of that because that's still like a set away. I don't remember. I think he's a rare, a super rare. Yes, he is. He's a super rare. He's an SR.
Yeah. EX12.
What set is he in?
EX12 comes out this summer.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they announced them for EX12. Okay.
Yeah, he got dropped at Worlds. It was like
he was after
the random teaser
after the Gokumon.
Oh, sure.
I'm still so excited for that. But this is not the EX12 review. I'm not going to do that now.
Yeah,
I do think it'll be neat because, like I said, I've not done a ton of practice with it. I finally started giving a little bit of actual rep as like trying some of the early lists I've been messing around with. Some stuff got passed my way, so I was trying things out. But I was impressed because like dual cards they're way better than how much like the impact of aces was. Because first there's more of them, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that that there's a greater variety of them as well. As there being more of them, because like
they're also a little less generic, I think. So they
go into a deck specifically generally.
Yeah, like some of them will
like
see just general play, but like yeah, like I think one of the things with the ace cards is like here's one for all the colors, and they do the color identity. And some colors have better identity than others. So there was like a real disparity on launch. Whereas this is like, we built them for their archetypes. Sure, some of them will see play in other things.
I think most of them will see play. I think like all of these cards will see like meta relevant play.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I just think it's interesting
because the starter deck card maybe not, but
the Beatbreak one's good though. The level 6 and the like green black Beatbreak super rare. This card's legit. I'm convinced by this card.
I think my main issue is like Habakiri's a bit better.
Habakiri's just better, but like you're not gonna play only the Habakiri. So it's like the fact that this gives you like a thing you can do for like non-DP minus removal to play around like deletion stuff. Like this is essentially like, you know, you're supposed to, I think, see this the same way we used to see like what's it, Gargo Missile or whatever, the giant missile from this Terrier monster deck back when that used to see like splashes in different green decks out the purple stuff when Beals was good.
Like
yeah, a little bit.
Mega Gargo Ace, Puppet Ace, how they're kind of like generic, like green, black, good stuff option, like or like removal. This card, there's something to be said about it being in a starter deck where it is going to be pretty easy to get a hold of if you need it. Or like once Beatbreak has more options for their level 6s, and this one kind of falls towards the back burner, I think you'll see as a result more decks picking it up because there's just more in rotation from being a starter deck.
For sure. I do think it's neat too, because like not just to specifically talk about Beatbreak, but like this card will, I think the thing about dual cards that is true for them and not true for aces is that these cards are going to get better the longer the game goes on, because they're flexible and like more things will have ways to interact with both option cards and Digimon cards. Whereas aces just got shittier because their mechanic got counterplayed like too much. So things like these cards where they're like, you know, this is essentially a mono green option card that gives rush, sec attack, and DP. Like there's a lot to like in using Monarch Lizardmon's Final Judgment half.
We used to cost Busted Dive for less.
Yeah, exactly. So like these are going to be better generic pieces on occasion. Like at worst case scenario, you can mem boost for option cards now, like absolute minimum.
Yeah.
And like that's like the floor, right? Like the other part of this, like with the Beatbreak stuff specifically, is that like we've seen on the Geckomon that the new BT25 Gecko is like find a green Glowing Dawn card. So like clearly for now they want us to do like a like Beatbreak soup deck while the cards haven't had a ton of identity yet. No, it's not this one, it's the other one, sorry. The BT25 one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, green.
He's one card with Glowing Dawn trait and one Beatbreak that is green. So he can find like his homies. Yes, but like it will also more specifically get to the point where it's finding, I guess, once they make more Tomorrows or more Geckomon evolutions and stuff, like whatever they do next in the story. I'm not going to spoil stuff, but it's neat because like this is like when Adventure came out, and Adventure was like, you play all of these Adventure cards, and then there were like a couple different Adventure versions that finally started showing up. So that's what they're kind of trying to do, I think, which is sweet. I don't know though. Like I said, the dual cards are cool because like they're more like, I think like intuitive. Like you kind of just get the idea that like options can be good in Digimon again because this is the best way to make them work. I haven't tried Sirius. I think, well, I'm trying to think how to say this. I think Gammamon before it got a dual card is better than Muskets before Muskets got a dual card. But I don't think Gammamon will end up better after, unless the line is crazy or anything, right? Because the Seriousmon reads really good, but like if it's just like the one good card, like Muskets has had the two Asanas that are ridiculous. Sometimes the third one, which is also okay too. The best level 5 I've ever read in a combo deck. Like it's just ridiculous. And like the level 4 can warp. So there's just like a ton of stuff that it gets. And if Gammamon gets stuff like that, I think dual cards can basically go like, oh, I'm going to make your deck really good now. Like get on board. But we'll see. I'm excited. But yeah, my testing was like Shine was better than I thought. Olympians seem like they're not going. I think Olympians probably get better compared to the rest of the field in general because it's like Marsmon is really good in that. Like having battle as like removal, like Marcia said, right? Like so much for Zeph having it like unique for more than one set. But like, I'm not gonna hate on Marsmon because I think it's cool when the guy fights.
Yeah, the God of War gets to fight people. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think
he is tight.
I think the thing with like the Mars deck or like the Marsmon is that a notable thing is that because he burns on winning a battle, it gives you like lethal lines where you just like drop Mars, battle something, burn, and then Dankadan swing for game type.
Yeah.
Which I think is neat. I think like I like that it's a proactive green red deck. Like you're not. I mean, I say that, but then you know, like,
Talisman is kind of a bozo.
Yeah, like you could also just like randomly punish people for like playing down a searcher, which low-key I think is pretty good in a format where we have like liberator decks that OTK from 4. Being able to go, oh, you fucking idiot. Why did you like play a searcher? I'm going to eat you alive. You lose a turn here is pretty good. Also, like the fact that it has Fortitude and I can like Digivolve. Mwah,
it also being mandatory is so funny. That guy has rabies and he is swinging.
The Callus feels like it was grown in a lab to try and stop puppets a little bit though, because like Marcy said, like the Fortitude means you don't care if you get shrunk to death. You come back when he gets played by his own Fortitude. He did Digivolve to level 6. Like there's just a lot of good stuff there. I've missed. A couple people have told me to get on board for the Bears. I ain't saying nothing because I want cards.
I wanna test the Bears deck first. My thing with ADO1 is like it's neat that like every pro tag got their support. But my pro tag is really cool, and my pro tag is just cooler than all the other pro tags. And Red Hybrid, like I've been working on a list with my collaborator, if you know, you know. I haven't been going to locals that much mainly because Vanguard, and also like off season, and like we didn't have a confirmation for Rotterdam, so like you know, in like a week I'll start locking in for Digimon again. I just want to enjoy my holiday. But Red Hybrid it's
sick, man. That deck is nuts.
There's like you draw a lot of cards, which is like unheard of. Like
really weird in a red deck to just have cards that say draw to.
Before I was just like, oh, you know, I really need to like just like get a single level 4 and like maybe I can hybrid for game. Now it's just like, oh, they played a guy down with no protection. I'm going to win the Flame Ice to Stardom, and they just fucking die because this is like a billion checks.
It's crazy as well.
So-
It's not even just draw 2, that it's actually effective draw 3 because of the trio tamer. Like, it's
Oh
like
yeah,
my fault.
But Red Hybrid was the first of the like main red homies to do it. Like that was the great, like back in like BT12, they got the Destiny Draw Flamemon, and everyone was
Yeah.
like, "What the hell?" in a red deck. So it's
Back
kind of cool
then-
that they went back to that.
back then, like the goo combo was like BT7 flame with like the on deletion and the
Yeah.
Aguni that like on deletion plays out a flame or whatever.
Yep.
And you just like swing, die, and go like plus a billion. That was like the Exodia combo. Now my Exodia combo is I think like
Start of main load.
the new Exodia combo is the Flamon that plays on the Tamer in Spirit Evolution with Alda. Because you promote, play the Tamer. The Tamer
Yeah.
sucks up like only soak up 1 because you already have the Flamon in there. And then you go Spirit Evolution, evolving to Alda for free, swing for 2 checks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the new sauce, but
Yeah, the Alderman's crazy, bro.
also
Every time I resolve that card, I feel like I'm instantly winning the game.
Alda is like a lot of fun. It's like giga cocaine.
Yeah.
However, Spirit Evolution
Yeah.
on the opponent's turn.
Oh,
That's the lines they don't tell you about in the Red Hybrid primer.
it's draw 2 as well, by the way. It's just
Yeah.
it's the best setup card the deck has ever had. It's a trap card, for God's sake. Red Spirit Evolution feels like, you know how like Red Hybrid, all of the hybrid decks when 17 came out, like the only good Red Hybrid deck was like Ancient Greymon.
Yeah, oh, I
They were like,
fucking hate
"Oh,
it.
we're sorry, guys. We
I
know
hate-
you don't want the Spirit card from BT17. We're gonna give you Spirit Evolution. You're back now. We're in."
It's kind of aura farming. I think it's also that like we have like pseudo like tamer, like the tamer partition effects is like what enables it to be pretty good. Which coincidentally, both of those 4s are your hand traps.
Yep.
Oh yeah, when Digivolving, bottom deck your guy because you have an deletion and I want to bottom deck you. Cool. So Kumamon will play out the Tamer. I'll trigger Spirit Evolution on your turn. Evolving to Kaze, suspend your stack.
It's so silly.
Wait, were you not aware of this, Andrew?
No, I did know this. I was just
Okay,
thinking
okay.
it's like an actual like Marvel jumping.
Yeah.
Yes, do not chip those. If you the funniest part is when that all kicks off because they checked your security. So they like chip you get like a Takuya from security, and you're like, "Oh, you're done. Pack it up."
Sometimes it's like, ooh, my cool intricate defensive line in my red hybrid aggro deck. Oh, a Tamer came out of my security. I win the game next turn. Okay, sure. Why the fuck did you swing into my security? I wasn't gonna check a Tamer.
Yeah.
It's also like before it used to be like cards in my security used to be like, you know, this is annoying. This is a card that's like effectively gone. Now it's like, ooh, a card that I could just like soak up with the Tamer, so I don't have to like use my hand or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll gain 2 memory at some point. That's just Tamer that gains 2 memory for no reason.
The Trio Tamer is so card and memory efficient that I've seen people bringing back like a BT12 Takuya, the like old, like when you check security, you get 2 memory and stuff. Because it's just like there's so many ways to get around things. And I'm like, wow, like it's fun, man.
He may or may not be in my list.
I mean, I've also seen Zoe.
I'm playing 2 in my list.
I've seen yellow Zoe make it in both light hybrid and red hybrid.
Okay, you're yucking my yum, bro.
No. You
Get
to pick up a card out of security.
Oh, that's so ass. I just like these cards are made.
Oh, I guess she's called Zoe. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially in red hybrid, hey, your Kazemon can still go over it.
Yeah, that's true.
True. Yay. That's epic. Yeah. And then like I've been slowly getting my alts. I don't think I'm gonna get all the alt arts. I low-key don't like the alt art.
What, for Alderman?
Yeah, I like the Tamer alt art, but I don't like the alt art.
I think the alt art would have hit harder if it still had Takuya in it.
Yeah, because there's no Takuya, I'm like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, I think if it was like still the cool like action pose, but still had Takuya behind it somewhere, or like the Digivice in the background or something. There's just a lot of empty space on this one. It feels
It
like.
reminds me of they're both part of the Digivolution sequence. Is kind of what I'm thinking, because this is definitely the pose he strikes after shooting out the fireballs.
Right at the end,
like POV, you are about to get smoked for eating Seraphimon.
Um,
I don't know. Red Hybrid's fun.
but then like I look at like the Beowulf stuff, and I'm just like,
Damn.
you know, this doesn't bring it joy or excitement. I'm sorry, you know, purple hybrid players or Thundergun players. It's just it doesn't hit the same. Like,
it's really consistent and not as exciting. Like it just draws a lot of cards. It cycles a lot of pieces. Like the red hybrid stuff, it does all that. But like
I don't know.
it just
I like
minus is a lot better than popping sometimes.
Genuinely, it is finding out that the sports car has the same engine as your reliable Toyota Corolla, but boy, do I not give a shit about this Corolla, man.
At most, it'll be like, oh my god, you can put Sundry on top of this, and then you get the overclock, and I'm like, yeah, sure.
No, this is just another
like,
Venus.
Venus.
Yeah, I was talking about that with Jambo. Like, it's just VT10 Venus.
Yeah,
nothing ever changes.
It's a Venus dispenser, man. It's like, all right, cool. You didn't kill me. What's your response? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Every day I thank Raid. You know, Raid is the keyword of all time.
It's true.
I will say though that like while I'm like gushing and awing and you know being like, ooh, my red hybrid stuff is so cool. The Floodgates, I was like, oh, this shit sucks, and then I was like, let me try it. And
the Dragon Links are annoying, bro.
The Dragon Links, I'm just like,
they were good enough in Galaxy. Imagine in a good version of it, like in a good red deck.
I didn't quite win the game, but now you don't get to play the game, and I guarantee win the next game. It's mainly like there's just a couple of decks that don't play on the same axis as you, and like you have to chip.
Yeah.
When you have to chip, like Floodgates are the thing that like win you the game.
Yeah,
because,
you need a proactive thing to do.
Yeah, so I don't even care that much about the floating. They're just like kind of annoying. Like Volcanis.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, this guy's just kind of annoying, and if it sticks around, it's just deletion.
Yeah, I guess especially if you manage to clear all of the big bodies, because like this not actually being removal does feel kind of weird. But
yeah, to an extent, I feel like the thing that people I guess don't necessarily expect is like you don't float all the time. When it comes up, really it's really broken.
Double L, right?
Yeah, metallic. But when it floats, I like this one a lot. Don't get me wrong. The old one's still playable too. Like some people have not messed around with this a ton, but
yeah, you will certainly have a tamer.
Evolve your guys. So it's very funny. It's also it's a blocker, which is cute.
No, this one is just blocker. This one wouldn't have any.
No, it's one that when you float from the red one to this one.
Okay, right.
It's this one catches people. I don't know. There's like lines.
It's also in like hybrid mirrors, like these guys kind of win you the game.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, Omnimon and Beowulf just don't give a shit because they just warp.
Yeah.
Your level 4s can't evolve. That's crazy. I'm gonna go from a tamer into a 5 or a Winter Flame Ice to Sword. That card is
so fun. I'm glad it's finally not terrible.
Well, all it took was a 3-color tamer, right?
Yeah, that's true. Something to make it feel worthwhile.
Me and two of my finest friends about to hold down a Marvel mix.
It does feel kind of crummy that like they still haven't really. I don't know what it's gonna take them to make an Emperor that's better than BT12 Emperor. Back like when he was the guy. The BT18 one is nice. But it's like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like when hybrid was great in like BT10 BT12 through like, I feel like that kind of fell off by the end of like not end of BT13, but like it was pretty much done by BT14 in terms of like its like final like consistent set of placements.
No, it was good all the way into BT15. It was excellent in EX5 because it was the like counter to Numemon.
Yeah,
and then. Likewise, in Numemon meta, you had a good Nume matchup and a good Mirage matchup. The deck was like pretty solid. Your worst matchup was like Davis.
Yeah.
Davis fucking suck. You had me and Tom, we cooked up Fire Drake Strike in Davis.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because it was like, yeah, this is my out to Fanglong one, I guess.
No, but like I feel like it was still okay into those matchups, but it wasn't topping nearly like it used to back then. Like by the time EX5 rolled around, there were like I think there was just other bunch of stuff.
In EX5, it was like one of the most represented decks. NA Nats is like
I was gonna say it's a regional thing. Like if you weren't playing Anubis, you were playing Red Hybrid.
It was because they played EX5. We did.
Yeah, that is true. All right, you know what? Fair point.
Saf also like
he won the Evo Cup that year. With Red Hybrid, but that was Is that AD format?
That was 14. That was 14. That was BT 14, I think.
Yeah, or no, I said AD. I meant RB. I think it might have been RB1.
I'm talking about
the online one?
Yeah, he won an online one with Red Hybrid too.
Yeah, that was 14, I think, because he played Fenry Luga in the finals.
Yeah.
Really? I thought he did it on.
Nah, he won 2 events with Red Hybrid.
Yeah, he ran 2 events. Yeah.
What I was gonna say was, he literally like bubbled out of top 8 with Red Hybrid in the Salford regional.
Oh, of course. Yeah. That's when Johnny got his machine mat.
Yeah, this is when Christian got shot.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, right.
Current Gundam, like
regional champion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really funny.
Yeah, we got humble beginnings.
Yeah, Fanboy Print makes the best players.
From PP to Kaka.
I'm just saying all of that to say that like VT12 Emperor Greymon was the guy for so long.
Yeah.
And BT18 is good contextually, but it is not like the only like this was the only level 6 that was worth a damn to Red Hybrid before, and now this is part of a package. I'm like, I like the promo. I messed around with it a little bit. It's got some uses.
The promo is a spiritual successor.
Yeah. It's one of those quirky retrain promos. So they did a little bit of good love with that. Yeah. But
real ones remember the BT7 Emperor
I opened
Greymon.
I opened 2 alts in that first weekend of BT7, and this was the first red deck I had like really nice shiny cards for.
As much as you mentioned Vanguard yet, this guy's just like, I can't wait for the
He's got the sheet at home.
I'm talking about Digimon in the Digimon podcast.
Guys, reading is best deck. Does anyone know?
Reading is Badif.
Reading is Badif. But yeah, anyway, I like Red Hybrid a lot.
This was the Greymon hate card.
It was really sweet for that.
Oh, you want to block? You sure you want to block?
Yeah, okay, Chuddy.
This one might low-key be the TS answer. Minerva is just like, all right, I'm gonna chump block you with the thing. I'm like, okay.
No. Well, you have the BT18.
Yeah, you have BT18 that just does this basically, but better because it's green. It's a green card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of having to make them block and be like, fuck, my red deck is getting walled again. You just get to steal the best part of green.
It's also the source strip is nice. One of the things that I didn't realize that I learned from my Padawan was
your illicit source.
Yeah, this is my Padawan. You know
true.
The Daniel san to my Mr. Miyagi was that you can proc it's like your turn before you do your piercing check.
Yeah.
So you just like unsuspend and then gain your sec and then do your piercing. So you're swinging unsuspended with sec +1 in piercing, and then you swing again. So you get to like double dip into this attack. Yeah. And into like Minerva boards, you just tap everything and then just swing into a little guy. And you know, do you guys remember BT7 Aldemon? You know, you don't have to lose to those. No options. No.
I'm so glad I still have all those Aldemons. I bought the regionals ones and all my I have my 4 pre-release one from all those years ago now.
It also just costs
he's just the best. Yeah, he's just like, this is the OG.
Yeah.
And he's like, you go Kumamon and then Kuma into him for 0.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So good.
And then you can put the promo on top, and then you're kind of cooking. The promo.
It kills me though, because people are still like, when are we getting Jet Selfie-mon back? And I'm like,
no,
brother, like this is the next best one, and the gap between this and Jet Selfie-mon is an ocean. Like if Jet Selfie came back, you'd be so fucking sick of the stupid purple or the yellow hybrid cards. It wouldn't even make sense.
I know this is not just the red hybrid pod, but.
It's what we've been playing, man. Whatever. This is Misplay for game.
I think like the Strabimon is like low-key egregious in the deck.
The memory inherit one?
The memory inherit.
Yeah.
It's like at first I was like, this is kind of slop. And then I played it and I was like, oh, actually, if I'm good at the game, I get to like reset my turn. So you pass to 1 evolving into the
you do the cheeky central overclock at 1.
Yeah, you go 2 checks. Gain the memory back, go to 0, and then you go Alda, play out another tamer, and then Alda again, 2 more checks. That is not normal. Nobody should take 4 damage on like turn 2 like that.
Yeah.
Insane amount of advantage. The card's fine. Like it sucks that you can't evo into the back, but like you have enough.
just treat it like an extension. It's not a rookie for your lineup. It's fine.
I mean, if you're on blue eggs, you can make it work.
Well, yeah, if you're playing the blue base yellow version, but we're talking about in red hybrid. Like,
Yeah, no, the
Yeah, I
blue
mean, you
base
still pick
thing-
up from trash though, right? So like,
Yeah,
surely
yeah.
you could be
Yeah,
on
the
like
card definitely-
Mon and just swing it and then suck
You
it up.
could. You could. But the thing is, like, the card never gets stuck to the point where, like, you like anytime the
that
card.
is constant draw one, trash one. Or
Yeah,
sorry,
like-
trash pitch draw two even.
Yeah, because you have access to your trash, you can kind of just like pitch things, so it doesn't usually get stuck that much. Like haven't really had a scenario where like, oh, this like is like pretty bad. Also, the Agumon can load it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The hero Aguni. So
Yep.
that's
The one that
pretty
just got its dope event pack art that I'm like really
Yeah.
excited about.
I think all three of us have it because
Because of
OP
the
was just like,
fantastic-
take this.
Shout out OP.
I do need a signature Aguni though. I've been super lazy and I didn't pick one up.
Is that BT21 Aguni or is that the old? Is that 18?
18 is
one-
signature. It's the
Oh,
recursion
that's
one.
cool. Okay,
Yeah, that- that-
I
Good
love-
card.
yeah, this card's sick.
Yeah, this one, like, we
Ah,
pulled
I
so
tell
many of
myself
them.
I'm
I was
not
just like,
buying-
damn, who needs these? And then after that, they were gone. I was like,
Buzz. No, it's funny. I remembered like when we were doing the cast and like we were going through it all. Me and Marcy had been talking for a little while about like I don't really want to keep spending money on my shiny red hybrid cards. And then like I watch him play it and then I play it. Fuck, I love this deck.
The deck is just
It's
I think-
nothing hits like red hybrid. It's so joyful.
I think it's like my detox deck. I think like I
Yeah.
kept trying to force like green for so long, but like most of the time that I have fun playing the Digimon card games from me playing red hybrid, I
Yeah.
think there's something beautiful about killing my opponent on turn 3. And then
Yeah.
just hearing it's the exact sentence like, oh yeah, that's just red hybrid. And it's just like, yeah, that is just red hybrid.
I think there's also something really funny about the fact that it's like it's a red deck that kills you in one turn, but it's not all on one stack. It's
Yeah,
a
no, no.
lot of it on one stack, but knowing that like once it goes sideways, it's like the progenitor to progress. Like all right, the red hybrid is going to remove anything on my board that would stick, and then when it hits security, I'm going to see an option card and be reminded that I had no agency in this game
Yeah.
whatsoever, and I died the moment I hit Takuya off of my 1k rookie.
I think it's like it's the kind of deck where like I think because your damage comes from your tamers, it means that like decks that have tamer interaction, it's good. Like it's kind of healthy because like I'm actively putting things on the board for you to interact to, so it like promotes like a back and forth between like both players.
Yeah, this is a lot better than like just delay spam.
Yeah, like I would play, you know,
Like, give me
sure,
100 red hybrid games where I die on turn 3 before Puppets does it to me.
It's like, yeah, man. Sometimes, you know, Quartz is annoying,
Or
but like
bees or whatever.
Quartz just creates like, oh yeah, fuck bees, man. I'm so tired of pretending it's like the heroes deck. Like me and your brother just kind of bitch about bees on the
You guys
regular.
are done with bees. I think I'd rather bees than another kind of like if you can. I'll give Liberator this, right? Because I think Galacticmon is the best designed black control deck ever. I think like I don't think that's a particularly hot take. That might be fun sometime. We could do like a what's the best like aggro combo control deck for each
For every
color.
color.
Yeah, but like I think Galacticmon is the best black control deck ever made. I think it's fun to. It's
It has
novel.
everything.
It does everything the way you want it to. It doesn't play like all the other like black stack slop stuff. So there's a lot of like things to like in that.
I'd
I
say
think
the close second
I think
would be
is if like bees is a black control deck, LARPing is a green deck, and like
yeah, the
when you
green's there
play it-
for the green's there just because they had to. That
well, the green's there so they don't pay for
Dude,
fucking anything.
I'll take you one better. This is a yellow deck, laughing as a black
no,
deck.
Well, no, because it's a yellow deck in clown shoes. The clown shoes are black, and it's stealing green's credit card. Because like it's paid for no digivolving this turn. It has infinite memory. There's no like it's like when Bees has multiple fuck ass royal base promos going on, and you're like, whatever, bro. Nothing. The numbers are fake and made up. It's like you have a HBD every turn. Who cares?
I think my shtick with
anyway.
like bees is like it's maybe the best like robbery deck. Like if they promote and go unchecked.
You
yeah.
lose on the spot.
But like
Yeah.
the deck is so inefficient that like they constantly have to put themselves behind, and then like they need to like recover,
Mhm.
like and they just like recover like 5-6 cards on the regular. But
Yeah.
then when they go unpunished and they still get to recover, then you're looking at like a 12 security stack, and it's like, okay, what deck is killing 12 security? Not a lot of decks. Galactic is like one of the ones.
I had a game with Johnny this week of locals where there was literally too much security for Crimson Mode to burn. Although part of that is that he takes his shit out of trash.
Yes.
So like that does come up with it. But it's there's levels to this shit, right? Because like one of the things is like
I think
like
it's
when you watch it play, it's like it is like it's for all the bullshit, it is a true blue counter meta deck, right? Because like Marcio said, like when it promotes and doesn't get punished, that's a big thing. It's like every other deck in the game is like if I promote and I die, the game is over. But like because we're all so set on like I stay in the back, I play my tamers, I play my delays, like I get set for my maximum tempo. Bees is not a tempo deck. Bees is like Magic the Gathering value. Like all you're doing is like setting up artifact for
it's like an attrition deck. Like you slowly grind the opponent out into a point where like you like win, right? Like and I think it's also that like an option in security that you get to load constantly that says if I'm checked, I play out a guy, even if you like clear them off board. Unless you have a way to like negate security, they're gonna get a body for free, which sometimes is just like equally as bad.
And not even just a cheap body. Like a lot of the time,
it's a 5.
Yeah, it's a 5 that digivolves everything or suspends everything and locks 1. It's like I just gotta hope they don't have it.
It's recursion too. The fact that those like you check it out as security and then you can get that card back from the discard pile. Like bees will never run out of their things they need.
So Seb put it's both Second and BT9 Malga in the same deck.
He's so close. There's a different BT9 deck that this deck role plays as
slightly
better.
BT9 deck.
Yeah, you know, famously Limitless referred to it as Black X Antibody, which apparently still fits.
I wouldn't. That's not even the deck I was gonna say, but
well, Malga's not too far off. The deck kind of eats shit to like security
its damage
bombs.
mapping is different. It's
no.
Security and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have like 2 checks, you know, Omni for game or whatever.
Yeah, it plays a little different.
But it's also like because as much as I don't like the Liberator OTK decks because they were like lame because the ways that they OTK is like lame. I think like they don't OTK from
so fucking stupid. Whatever. I hate delay cards. Every week I go on this stupid podcast and I'm like, they need a delay zone. If you play a boost and you have a boost, the first boost should get destroyed. Like, I'm done. It's over.
I think that would be a good update. I think genuinely like it would.
Emblems should get rid of your training. It's just ridiculous.
It's one of those where like the new gen trainings they have are moving towards that in that you have to play the 2 colors for the second one. But the problem is, before they fix the problem, they have just straight up made the problem worse.
Yeah. I mean, guys, where's Andrew? Bring up like on paint, like Misplay for game bingo, and it'll be like
delay hate.
Bitching about delays, bitching about no sideboards. What else do you bitch about on the regular?
I love Vanguard.
Random Vanguard segue.
Oh, dude, can I tell you guys about Pokemon Standard? It's fun online right now. I'm kind of in on the. I thought Psychic was terrible. Now Gardevoir is gone. No, you could just keep playing Psychic without Gardevoir.
Is it like the Alakazam deck like anything?
Alakazam is like Marcio, you would hate Alakazam.
Probably.
it would piss you off in a way that like the first time I played against it on ladder, Marcio, I was trying a Lucario list for Jamie because Jamie had some interest in doing it. And the first time I played against Alakazam, I thought of you because it's the most you would have hated a deck since Eternatus, where it was like, this is just slop. It's filth.
You know what's the like funniest thing? Eternatus is one of Emily's favorite decks.
I love that deck. I took it to Liverpool. Shoutouts.
Only because the thing that she likes, and it's partly the reason why she
likes go wide, right?
Yeah, she likes go wide. So it's like the sky whatever.
Skyfield.
Yeah, like the Skyfield go wide in Pokemon. It's like one of the things that unrestricts like what you're allowed to do.
It was so. I used to just zigzagoon dudes for fun.
Yeah,
that's Pokemon. Put that on your bingo.
There's just like I know that there's like a Meganium deck.
It's fine. It's okay. It's not that good.
I only like vaguely follow like Pokemon TCG stuff because of like Azul thumbnails.
Little Dark Fury's back. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, he's back. He got his channel back. That's neat.
Big win.
There was a deck that sounded kind of fun, which is like the Conkeldurr box deck. Or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I bet it sounds fun to you, buddy.
Well, I don't know how it plays. I just know that I was like, oh,
It's-
neat, a
it's
one price
weird.
conkeldurr. That's
It's like
cool.
you know when a deck is a Terry deck because you have to work too hard for not enough reward.
So one of my decks,
Yeah. This
Okay.
is one of those.
and like I know that like Mega Feraligatr can just like the shell just goes into the old like
Yeah, your old Gator
Relicanth.
list that you like.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But then I have to think about like I think because
Playing
I have,
Pokemon in my head. Yay! Buying Pokemon cards and going to Pokemon locals. Oh.
well, no, I can buying Pokemon cards is pretty easy.
Yeah,
I think
we know a guy.
I know. I think the main actual thing is like I need to because I do this where like I'll build a standard deck in paper, and then I won't do anything with it other than the fact that it sits pretty on my desk, and I go, oh, yippee, I have my
I have standard cards.
But then it's like, okay, why the fuck am I doing that? Let me just play GLC. But then it's like, well, I can't play GLC
Yeah.
unless like I'm playing with my friends, and like Digimon has now enough regular events so like we don't have gaps where like, guys, do we want to do something that's not Digimon?
Yeah. We have weeks of lives where we can do other
Yay,
things.
let's set more delays. Woo!
Yeah, then to be fair, also all of us are kind of our secondary hobby is like fighting games. Pokemon Champions is getting added to the
Pokemon
bingo
Champions
sheet
is so good, man.
At least that.
It's so good.
Okay, so I was like, yo, Emily, what if we just like stopped playing Digimon and we like play VGC? And she was like, yeah, that sounds cool. And then Sarasmon came out, and I was like, fuck my life, fuck my
The agenda
stupid
is ruined.
Chungus life, because Saras is like good enough in like Bloomlord probably.
Yeah, what is that? Like I've messed around with it in TS. Is it actually gonna be good enough in plants? It just like
I
it
was
seems
trying.
okay.
I was trying to like conjure like what the list would look like in my head, and for the most part, what you do is like instead of playing the Truby Ace, you play this.
Sure.
So like your skeleton stays relatively the same. You just swap Truby Ace for this, and then your top end you can choose between like Quartz, Vortex, or Valder. Because like.
Sure.
Valder opens up kill lines where you know, this is a yellow level 6.
Yeah.
That evolves for 3, which is like the big thing. But the problem is that it's a shaman and not a fairy.
Yeah. Well, it's Roblox vegetation, right?
Yes, but the sunflower needs to evolve
Sunflower can't have it that way. Yeah.
into a fairy. You can HPD into this for free, but that's not like that much value. Not being a thing for sunflower is like kind of annoying, but like not that big of a deal because 3 memory you can. This is like the kind of card where like on your turn, like on your follow-up turn, you'll be really good, or if you have to like play for tempo. You can go like Bloom 3 checks, and on this plus Bloom plus Pomu, and you have like an unaffected Pomu, and it's like not horrible. And then you queue into Habakiri, and it's just like, oh cool,
yeah,
dual card, yeah.
I saw somebody trying to pitch me like when I had asked a couple people about this, not wanting to just harass all the plants players I know, and like the only other version of this that somebody was like, oh, like this, like the only thing I've done with it is make a 5 immune so that way when they want to swing, my Puppetmon will be because I can blast into Puppetmon. And I'm like, okay, sure.
That's like, but then it's like, okay, you're back to like playing.
Yeah, exactly. We're rebuilding plants from fucking first principles out here. Like, there's not a lot more than that.
I mean, like.
Made me read Entmon. Entmon evolves into Thingy for 1. Did you guys see that?
Like the chatter said, you know, our humble chatter here. I mean, we're getting a new Bloom, right? So like, you know.
Not that one. Yeah, this one. It's terrible, but somebody made me read it because it's a sideways Digimon that evolves into Sarah's for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said. I don't.
Words they said were correct.
Yeah. Functionally, everything on that card is accurate.
New Bloom, I think, will be more exciting because then we'll get to see like what are they going to like just give us like more efficient stuff that we're already doing.
Yeah, the Daramon seems like the best plant card in this set to me.
Yeah, the Daramon is very good, but the problem is that the Dara doesn't easily like not that one.
I would assume it slow down, but
no.
I think it's an oh no, it's right there, right next to the Sarasmon and the Agiokas.
Oh right, so it'd be...
Yes. Yeah. The problem with that card is that it kind of restrictive on what it can play out, right? On the alternatives.
It just plays vegetations. Or sorry, vegetation and plants. So it can play like all the Palmons and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
Maybe this card
bird.
is
Yeah,
maybe-
well, because it is a bird card,
Yeah.
but like
maybe this card isn't so bad. The actual like problem with this card though is that or like these TS cards is that they're not in like memory efficient enough.
no.
Juan
put up a really interesting like first draft for the TS
Yes.
version, and I was like, this is like a lot of stuff that I like about it. But I think if he can't find a plant space, makes me think it's not there.
it's your bridge, right? Because like all of your other TS decks have like, okay, I don't pay for my 4, I pay for my 5, or I don't pay for my 5 because I, you know, DNA into like Sophia or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I pay for my 6 and I get to like, you know, I keep turn and I do my combo.
Mhm.
But the problem is like Bacchus can play out there and there play something out. So like at most you're going 3 wide, which is good, but if you don't see those exact cards, you're not really going wide. And like Ceres by itself is like, you know, it's good, but like if I'm not making stuff unaffected, what am I doing with this?
Yeah.
But I love Bacchus. Bacchus is peak.
Bacchus is cool. Bacchus is so cool. I've seen people trying angel stuff like with Bacchus, just because Bacchus helps you play more angels.
Yeah, I guess you have like the TS angels.
He plays like the Omnimon, and then he evolves over like the tag Shakumon, but he evolves over any of the black ones, which is kind of neat.
The redeeming factor of this like whole pile is ShineGreymon, because like
Card's great.
nice Crimson Blaze.
Yeah, nice work, Chud.
So, yeah,
this shit killed me because the first time I tried this on TTS, did you know that the effect to play the Sarismon is separate from the effect to put this thing as a source? So you can play the Sarismon over and over again without ever having this thing leave security.
Oh.
I had read this wrong. I thought for you to play the Sarismon, it had to come out of your security. But it's if this effect played, you may place this Digimon as the bottom card. So it's not that you have to do it when you play it. It's that you can basically keep a Sirenmon in your security for the rest of the game and just get free Sarismons.
yeah. Because it's a you may.
Yeah, it's hilarious. The first time I was like,
which
oh wait,
is
this is
neat.
pretty good. Yeah,
like,
I might high key make this the 5 I try for like Olympus Megazoo for a little while, because I think it's good to have something that can defend the Olympians, gives it some value that way. Because it protects all the shamans, which are your all your guys.
I think it's the
but
thing
it protects the crazy thing for this is it protects Homeros.
Yes, very good. Super good. My sort of like problem with like these cards is that like oh fuck, I had a really good point actually and it just escaped my mind.
My bad, I was yapping.
No, it's still good. It's not that your damage is slow. It's when you compare like, I think the best way to think about Sarismon is like how you approach Neptune in like blue fish piles, where like the card is obviously very good and it'll definitely elevate the deck, but it's not like that transformative that like it you know,
it isn't the new sticks you're building a deck around. It's a piece
it's just like
oh,
I get to replace, you know, my existing power level card right into something slightly better. It's kind of like how when we got the Rosemon and the Rosemon was like a budget medieval, but it was a fairy.
Yeah. Very funny.
I think it'll be interesting to see what you can do with like trying to specifically build, for lack of a better term, green E-daters. Because there'll be people that will be wanting to build these two because these are their favorite part of Time Stranger, or but you, Jess, is coming back for this.
I'm building this. This deck is great. The first time I resolved Bacchusmon, I got it.
No, Bacchus is like the thing that I like the most.
The guy, he like if we're comparing this to Bloom, right? Like Bacchus is the Bloom Lord in this analogy, and Sarismon feels like when the deck got like Hydra.
It was the Hydra.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of like the Hydra. The main thing is like you have like some high quality cards, but your whole deck is like not making the best use out of like TS existing support stuff. And then it's like, okay, do I want to pivot into like maybe like a green centric build? Like, do you know how the blue E-daters played like the blue trainings?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they committed to just playing like full blue.
Well,
But then it's like,
the blue Eatators had the advantage of having the Submarimon. So they were like, even though they were not getting Agiomon value because they like their blue trainings didn't interact with Agiomon, they still could get their shit down with the Submarimon.
They were also still on Agio, like they were.
Yeah,
just
they still had
gamble.
it, but I'm saying like you weren't fucked if you went turn 2 like training flip double Agio on you, like oh the game's over. Like this deck doesn't get that kind of carrying. The blue deck just got more free stuff than this.
the other thing is that
It's
like
weird. This feels like the deck that plays free stuff.
green base doesn't have like a way to cheat out like Omros in a particularly good way. Like okay, well, if you were to play a green base, you'd have like Pokemon to get tamers down, but Pokemon only gets green tamers down, and like there's no good green like tamer for TS. Technically, it's Dankanan or
Kanon Yuki. Kanon's cool because she's like digivolving value, and like her start of main is ridiculous.
And she would be 0 cost, I guess. Because...
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's Pokemon. So that maybe there's a world where like Kanon Yuki is like what we build around, because you know, she gives you value. That
it is nice to have a deck where the trainings find Dankanan, because Dankanan is like night and day. If you don't have like, you need Homros for your long grindy games anyway. But if you don't have Dankanan for what, at least from my experience playing with Bacchusmon, your deck is fucking dead. Like Dankanan to get the field spells in play, or Dankanan to keep your cycling with like in between theater. Like you're just cooked if you don't find it like that.
Yeah, if you don't have it, it's pretty rough.
But like Fish could get away with it because Fish could just play all the trainings and
stuff. Yeah. Paradise Coliseum is
this card's great. This card, I mean, it's a Mega Zoo card to be honest. But
yeah, Rush, big man,
big man, hit bite. Me Marsmon hit you in mouth.
It's actually how the Bears deck, like both of your 5 say, if I do condition, I have all for free.
I think you'll enjoy it if you haven't had any early testing with it.
I will probably build it. I'm going to like distract Emily with like Bloomlord and Sarah
jingle jingle. Hey, look, plants, jingle jingle.
And then I'll take like the Homoses and stuff, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah. If we're talking, you made a point earlier about how like one of the frustrating parts is that they're not memory efficient, and it feels like it doesn't make good use of abusing tagged Time Stranger stuff. My vote for the best Time Stranger abuser out of the box is Volcanis. Volcanis is so disturbing. Like the longer you play it, the more you're like, this is like if MachineDramon wasn't like completely pussy-o, like does nothing for 3 turns. Like there is no moment in a Volcanismon like game plan where you're feeling like you're like giving up tempo for any reason. Because Dankanan can play your shit for free, sometimes you're getting more than the other guy, which is ridiculous because you're a control deck that also can cycle faster and play the board better. Like it just doesn't make sense. And then Factorial Area is, I think Factorial Area is worse than Coliseum and what's it called?
Abyss Sanctuary.
No, the Fire and Ice one. What is that called? Dual Area? Cosmic Area. It's worse than this one, but I think the blocker and link effect on this makes it weirdly better than like Central Town in a lot of cases. And like if you haven't had the experience of playing around Volcanismon, like I've seen a lot of people go like Volk Venus as your like 6 lineups in these decks. And it's like Venus to help you move things around, keep your bozos cycled. But because link cards aren't sources, you can protect things by having sourceless Digimon still. So like Volk Venus is this like really kind of sticky board building game, but like it also means you can stack multiple Factorial Areas. So you can just like, I had a game when I was messing with this where I had like Link +4. And I was like, yeah, I needed this.
The Link.
Yeah, and then Iron Slash, the option card, is stupid. It's
that card's so good.
It's so good.
I'm
straight up playing it like it's a Comet Hammer, and I'm just
as you should.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You really
fire,
should.
The Ignite Punch or whatever.
Just shaking his head.
Ignite Punch is fine or whatever because it's nice to get rid of delays, but it you know what's better than getting rid of delays is the Central Mon player checking the fucking Metal Slash and losing the game.
English Fun's neat.
I think this card is like kind of bait in the actual Marsmon deck, but it's really good for the 2 players.
In Volcanismon, I think this card's
really good. Volcanis, it's disgusting. But Volcanis has so many good cards. Like the other thing with all the options.
My 3K.
My steak too buttery, dude. No, Can I tell you what the butter is on the Volcanis one? It's Monica. Both Monicas
Oh,
in
Monica's
this
good.
deck
Shocker.
are ridiculous.
No, it's like peppercorn sauce. Like this is
No.
premium.
Monica promo is peppercorn sauce. Monica BT25 is like your grandma's fucking
Stew.
no. It's like the perfectly seasoned cast iron skillet. Like it's your,
That shit hasn't been washed.
your ancestors have worked on making this the most broken tamer card you could have ever been passed down. You get Monica. Monica is a tamer that can draw cards, recycle, gives you 3 memory every
It's also
time. So you're always at
Memsana.
the perfect trade. Like it's disgusting how
and
good this card
costs
is.
4.
And costs 4. And she's yeah, I don't know.
What's the other effect of your turn?
when you
one of
use
the
it,
one
you
of the Digimon
stop-
can't attack.
Wait, sorry. Go scroll down.
It's if you use the TS option by suspending this tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon can't
Oh,
attack. Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
Tamer
So
interaction.
you go Monica. So you pass. What I have done like multiple times in testing is you go like Monica hard play to pass turn, add back the option. Dan Kanen uses the option, tap Monica, stick the guy, and it's like, oh, you're done, dude. Thanks for playing. Good clapback.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that like repulsor field that she makes is the idea.
Yeah, it's
this
cool.
woman is employed. Also,
Yeah,
the
That's
Persona 5
overpowered.
the Persona 5 alt art's so funny, man.
yeah, it
Looks
is.
nice.
I
It's
like
clean.
the regular art a lot
I
more
think,
than a lot
like-
of ESPs. Sorry, the regular alt art, I should say, where she's like
I
shopping.
think while some people are like, oh my god, more Appmons in my Digimon sec. I'm not getting like TS fatigue, but I'm kind of like, I kind of need this shit to like wrap up because I'm getting kind of bored of like the over centralizing like archetypes. Like we're not really getting that many new archetypes. Like they're all like, you know, farts from the same ass. It's just like,
They're all I think 25
and-
is better than 24 for that. I think in 25 the decks do play more distinct from each other.
Yeah,
24 was like Dan Kanan plus memory boost,
yeah,
no matter what.
no matter
Whereas
what.
like
And
in
then
25
spell.
there's like a lot more
at least
like,
like Glowing Dawn.
choices.
I'm like, you know, it's green. I guess I'll fucking like kill myself and I'll play the Broken Chungus deck. I don't really want to buy URs, but you know,
The snake is crazy. I don't know what he's called. Whatever the level 6 is in Beatbreak that I already talked about. But that card is legit.
Habakiri?
No, Habakiri's good.
Oh,
But I'm just the
other
one
guy.
from the starter deck is just like one of the most bozo gatekeepers I've ever read.
Oh, started.
Yeah. This is what I mean. It comes free with your goddamn starter deck. You get an immune level 6 that just mogs people. This dude, the Archetypes, this card's stupid, dude. It's so annoying.
Because like, so because of like AD01 and it was like a relatively small set in 25, it's basically like that's Glowing Dawn, TS,
Second, third,
and then app.
Yeah.
So it feels kind of like limited in terms of like what there actually is. I mean, it's not the worst.
It
There's
feels
there's
almost
some
like an
stuff.
EX set.
Kinda, yeah.
It's the
I think
BT
it's a good
17 to 16. Like 16 introduced a bunch of new stuff, and then this is like here's the stuff that we missed, kind of like when we got Primo for Imperial and shit like that.
I think it's also that like they're not directly supporting old decks with like a couple cards. instead
Yeah,
of
you're
just-
telling me.
Yeah, they're kind of just like, yeah, old decks don't really exist. Everything that's coming out is for like things that are currently available. If you know,
Yeah.
if there's some synergy, that's neat. But like, we're not getting like this is a deliberate card for like a.
This is a remake rather than a remaster of the deck that you've been playing of the same
It's
name.
a side grade. It's like how Ping Pong and Alter S kept getting different versions of each other and shit. Like this is just
Ragnarlordmon on it.
this.
so-
Yeah, this is just like another TS deck. Because the thing is, like, they're not gonna move on from TS until they have finished the story of the video game. Which I want to I say again on the show, the best-selling Digimon video game ever in history, the best reviewed Digimon video game like in basically 20 years. Like Time Stranger is worth the hype. So they're just gonna finish Time Stranger.
Yeah,
and then
they're
that'll be where it
milking
ends.
this.
And then they can do a
Um,
DLC pack. They can do season
Yeah, they'll do whatever the fuck
2.
they want after that. They'll make great promos out of that, whatever.
I needed to kind of be done with. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting.
There's only like one more set after this we know of. So I think
And
Considering
even then, I think
them-
it'll be like small
set,
things.
yeah.
Like it's not going to be a full set. We'll start finally getting it like the app treatment where it's just like oh yeah, here's a random 3-card package that fixes a couple of things that this particular pile. If you don't want to play Olympus.deck, this specific Olympian needed support.
I think it's also. I think it's also like I guess for what it's worth, EX12 is more. I'm just like more excited for EX12. I think like EX sets have been more exciting for me lately. Shambhala, nice. Saiten Goku.
I got my put them back in the box this week, but I got my Goku and my Amaterasu's. I'm ready to roll, bro.
I need them to like lock the fuck in on Nejamon. I need them to lock in so goddamn hard. And Erlangmon as well, dude. Just like
Erlang is cool. If Nejamon's like half good, I'm all there, bro.
Oh yeah, I just okay, just like please make these like the creamiest fucking decks we've had in a while. Okay, make them like super meta, like local destroyer good.
And then make Metal Empire really bad. I would like that a lot. Make Metal Empire the worst VP.
Metal Empire has to suck because it'll just be machine like nonsense. But then they're gonna make a fucking machine that's like KBeeDS.
It's gonna get a machine ace or a duel. Like that's the fucked up part, right?
Like I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of already done with machine, and then they were like, "Oh, here's DM machine," and it was like,
I think the funniest thing about it is going to be another example of a deck that is a complete reimagining of how you're supposed to play this. Sure, people will find a way to give them like some form of cross synergy, but like it's just gonna be like
fives like they always fucking do. That's all these people know how to do. Is like, oh, is this level 5 usable machine? Can I OTK with this?
Can I stick
oh my god,
guys,
we have a new OTK. It's like, oh,
but also god, like dude. The machine seeing like weird fringe stuff like the 1819 machine being ass, but like it does float into EX1 machine, gain 5 memory on your opponent's turn. Yippee!
Slop, get rid of it. Yeah. I'm so bored. I mean, and then like I have like really high expectations for them to fix Winged Guardians because like I like Winged Guardians a lot.
I think it's in
don't give it. No, Andrew, you don't get it. It's so cool. And then I end on Rosemon.
Marcio, you're only gonna get one usable DM deck, and you have to plant your flag in the ground now. You can't be like Tom and max rare all of them, and they're all unplayable. You have to be like Tricks and go, man, I love Deep Savers, and Deep Savers is the coolest, and Deep Savers work. You can't be supporting the entire brand. You have to go, I've decided that these 7 Digimon I would die on a hill for, and I have never heard of a Gamamon.
Puppetmon! Like, I would have died. Puppetmon, I'll die for Puppetmon.
Hey, I want to be clear, Andrew, just because I have a problem and collect too many of these stupid little LCD Tamagotchi toys doesn't mean I don't have a favorite. I would kill a guy for Eldoradimon. So if TommyNT's ever going to be good, I'm there front row. It's just that card sucks dick. So it's just completely worthless.
I overpaid for my...
The only other thing I was going to say about this whole set is Marcio's right that it sucks that they basically don't support old stuff. That is true. I like the Angels got a couple cards. I think that's the basically only like old deck that got anything.
I think they could have gotten one more.
Maybe. But I do like that. Like, I like how there's 2 new Agiokas. I know Jupiter is not everybody's favorite, but Jupiter is the only one who 100% plays differently than the other Mega Zoo Slam versions. Yeah. And I think if they like, I took the pill, right? Agiomon is my homie. We went on a vacation together. We're boys. We got back from Cabo. We got matching tattoos. I love my guy Agiomon. If they make Agiomon better, I'm in there.
I mean, Jupiter isn't unpopular.
Yeah, Jupiter is very popular. That's what I'm saying. They just need to like continue to like, there's 2 more Agiokas mons that I suspect we're gonna get in BT26, and then like a couple more good I don't know, maybe a second Time Stranger good Inori, and not the terrible promo one. But like once it's all gotten together, I think it'll be fun. But I'm excited. Also, the Titans cards are good. Like, there's just a bunch of shit in this set where it's like, they understand what they're trying to do. I said this to Harry in the Car Pod episode, I think, where one of the things I like about Time Stranger is that it feels like they're trying to. Everyone gets real mad about trait soup decks or whatever. I don't really get it. I think most Digimon players are kind of ridiculous. You can't please anybody. And I think most people who are like, we're not going to get into whatever slop is to people because it's a subjective thing. And just because you guys are all wrong can't mean that I'm right. It is what it is. But the thing with the Time Stranger stuff that is different than all the other times they've done this is that there is a Time Stranger deck for every kind of player. There's control Time Stranger decks. There's like go wide green like slot piles. There's a fish fucking OTK in Time Stranger. There's a Mega Zoo deck. Like they have built it to be more diverse. Than
That's
like
true.
it's not that like, oh, I haven't had a blue deck this year.
I
It's
know why
that
we
you've
like
had-
the Bears, Tom, because it's fucking Leomon.
Yeah, dude, it's way cooler than Leomon. They did it again and made him cool.
It's just Leomon where you go,
Yeah.
I'm going from my stack, I'm gonna
Yeah.
punch you, and then we'll see.
It's
see what
like when
happens.
it's like I don't have to get sad because Bancho Leo EX5 isn't good enough. They gave me a
that guy was
cooler
amazing.
Bancho Leo.
He was amazing.
He
in
was the
every-
GOAT, Marcio. He was the
every
GOAT
other-
in everything I played him in. But it's over, bro. Marsmon is here. I'm moving in with my new roommate. He's got a PS5 and a flat screen TV, and he burns one security. Yeah, that's my rant. Do we want to talk about these regionals?
Yeah, I was just
We
actually
talked about Time
thinking
Stranger
whilst
stuff
we
for like a
I
minute.
mean, we
Let's just not,
can.
yeah. Well, let's do this because that's what we said at the start of the show.
Yeah, I
I
was just
mean-
thinking whilst we're talking about Jupiter is something like we could quickly look at Athens and we could look at Mexico City that had 3 Jupiters in top 16.
Yeah, I didn't say Jupiter was bad. I just said I like the guy and I want him to get more cards.
Yeah,
I liked Gallantmon. I wanted Gallantmon to get more cards all year last year.
My main thing is like I'm gonna look. I only really care if there's like red hybrid lists at top. I'll be like, oh yeah, very engaging. Very engaged. Yep, this
There
is
is 2 of them topped in Baton Rouge for play TCG.
all right.
um,
Yeah.
Because
And
if
and
it's-
there were 2 at top 16 for
All right. Do we
yeah,
want
2
to
at top
do?
16 for that.
Do we want to do Baton Rouge?
Yeah,
first?
let's start with play TCG Baton Rouge. I put the links in our live chat. if you
Yeah,
wanna
I've
pull
got
it up.
them.
And then we shouted out Mountain Tom DCG Nexus before, but this website's great for viewing these things. If you click on go ahead and just click on the first place list.
What the fuck? I clicked the wrong button.
transition mid pod.
Whoa,
Whoa,
crazy.
and the fade in.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at this production
Audio
value.
viewers in
Oh my God.
shambles.
Shout outs to the Spotify viewers who don't get what we're talking about. But yeah, Andrew, there's a scroll bar on the side now. So you can you don't have to tab back to find like your decks that the next ones to talk about. They're just all here. And you click on it and it
This
shows
is
up.
so greedy, by the way. This is like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
greediest list I've ever seen.
What, this one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's like
It's playing 7 5s, which was like a highly illegal cursed number in Medusa. The funny haha, like I hope I will find it because I'm not playing that many Owens, like just ridiculous. But it worked, so what do I know? Also 5 trainings, but I was a 5 training enjoyer.
Yeah.
I guess like somebody brought up a good point of like people miss like hanging out with like their like boss monster, and now it's just kind of like you don't get to make you like your line anymore.
That's fuck that comment. Sorry, you got nice Marcio and mean Tom. You're an idiot for thinking that. That
Wow.
is so fucking stupid. We just finished fucking Digimon Liberator, which is a slot pile for 2 years of Safagamon and all his stupid friends and all the stupid puppets, and you make a fucking line forever. It's so I don't agree.
No, I was like, I mean,
I liked when Greymon turned into War Greymon.
No,
because it
like-
goes Greymon, Metal Greymon, War Greymon, and it's archetype.
I kind of get like what they mean, and I think like the way to think about like you gotta pick a goggle head. You want to hang out with a specific guy, you pick a goggle head,
Yeah,
and
I
then
don't-
like
It's been that way for 3 years.
yeah, like I sort of get like what they mean, but these days it's a goggle head or a liberator deck. That's all you get.
Bro,
If you're not playing a
I miss
goggle
when
head
we
or
had
liberator-
lines. Gallantmon got second.
Oh yeah, wait, wasn't this the guy
I miss
that
when
like
we got lines, bro. I miss climbing up by dudes from the TV show, bro. They're right here.
3 biomerge tamers.
Are you kidding me? It's literally Takato version. Like it can't get much more I like my guys LARPy than this.
wait, isn't this the guy that like got sauce off of Henny? I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
somebody on-
Henny and Gilmon bread and people had been talking. This is like a list that has been tweaked and floating around for a little while. Tommy Tricks was playing something similar this week. I was playing something similar this week. It's a good deck, man.
Gallantmon if it doesn't OTK. Oh, I have follow up now.
Yeah, literally. I I'm not gonna lie, I would probably just go back to OTK, but it's just not good enough. But Galamon's great. I'm happy that the Takato version finally works because it took them
What the fuck is in 4th place? I can't.
Purple Beelzemon got 4th, Marcia.
Okay.
As opposed to my favorite blue Beelzemon that's using Fist of the Beast King.
Was it Burrito? I only know like
this is Cross J316.
Oh, okay, never mind. Probably some other guy. I mean, dope. Beelzemon's pretty good. I think it's actually like one of the decks that people kind of just like. It was. I swear the deck was like really good in like EX10 BT23, right? Hoodie format.
Yeah.
I was like giga convinced this deck was like the heat. And then like I just the 24 came out, and then like people were just like, yeah, no, done.
Do you know what happened? Cobb fucking inted so much Beelzemon data by running that, like getting top
the Bozo Beels.
Yeah, top 16 on the Impmon Rush. I bet so many people wasted their time going, oh yes, I will run 4 secret rare Beelzemon, and I will run no climb.
Didn't one top at Latam as well?
Oh, we can check.
Burrito was like, I know Burrito was like the consistent like stack. They were even playing the EX1 Wizardmon, which gives your retaliation shit a rush. So you could do lines where like.
Oh, is that where you got it from?
Yes. The line was like, fuck, what gains retail in this fucking deck? I swear to God, I stopped
with retail on the 3, but gaining.
Sorry, the 3.
Yeah.
You'd go X Evolve on this Impmon. Lol. You'd X Evolve on this Impmon, and then like that 3 would have rush because you now have, you know, a Digimon with retaliation. So the whole point was like looping this guy or like warping this guy into like the Beelzemon to then give it rush.
This is another deck. This is once again, by the way, top 4, a deck of my buddies that are all the same line.
You just gotta pick wisely.
Yeah, just maybe. I'm sorry that like I don't know. Birds was so broken they had to hit it, but like your partners are right there too.
This is actually a top. This is a top 8 of just man. I love this one guy and his line. We got
no, because Crossheart is not just Shoutmons, Andrew. Don't be silly.
Yeah, that's you know ridiculous. What? Fair enough.
What's okay? Fire Rocket. It would be Fire Rocket.
Yeah, this is just the Unker stuff. But well, to be fair, it's not the coked up Unker stuff where they run like Venusmon.
We call it Hoenn Cord. What the hell?
No, okay, my bad.
This is the Latam one. I think we got.
I do not like this Tamer ratio at all. Don't like this at all. I will entertain Fire Rocket. Like, yeah, man, sure. 2 checks.
It does kill Vortex out of security.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a blocker on all 3.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You know what else is a blocker is the Olympians that get it from the field spell. That's why it's like kind of a saucy tech right now.
But like if you think about it, right? Like the way that this deck wants to OTK is you chip a rookie and then EX7 with Fire Rocket, 2 checks, and then any cross with like 21 Taiki for game. Interesting that they're on the Baby Sparrow, but I guess like you need more things for X7, right?
Yeah, that's why the what's it called? Just extra pieces to get the value, because like otherwise you're only on.
I guess like X7 can use Baby Sparrow, but then like what the fuck is the Ignite for? How are you getting value off of the Ignite? Harry, how are you doing?
Can X7 trigger off the Ignite deleting it? Yeah.
Popping X7.
So then you get to play out one of the pieces underneath.
Okay, that's kind of quirky. I kind of fucks with it.
As long as it leaves the field except by digicrossing with it, will float into one of its materials. You can float any shit from under there, and if you float into the BT21 Omni Shout, it can pick up a Shoutmon and it will have a rush, and then you can swing with it. Or Zeeg Pops, or Jaeger's Venus, or Pharaoh Searches, or shooting Sec Minuses.
Thank you, roommate Harry, for the cameo.
I like roommate Harry. We should introduce him to DHM_ sometime.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
There's like, yeah.
The Omni ladder deck.
It's good right now. It will not stay that good.
I'm like, what? This is my fraud watch deck.
Yeah, that's what I just said. It's good right now. It won't stay that good. There were 3 in Mexico.
Dude, I agree.
Should we just take a look at Mexico?
Mexico is crazy because they're very different though. So this is
Crossheart LATAM so much. They're the best fucking region. It's not even close. The list is okay.
Yeah, it was just one dude on a dream for Crossheart. There's more tamers than this.
Yeah, this is
I like
really
his-
the only acceptable result out of LATAM.
This guy was like, I wanna Digicross all turn, so I'm gonna play the Manga Taiki. That's literally all this list is. I think that card is just I
It's a
don't
memory
know,
center
man.
as well, right?
He is a mem setter. Like that's like a nice niche, but like, like, do we really care?
It does mean you go to egregious numbers of memory though, because like with like 3 tamers or whatever, you usually go to like 4 or 5. But when you start at 3, like you know, you hit a memory center, it's like, oh well, I guess
But,
I'll
like,
start my turn on 8.
What if we just played like another white tamer and then we just like drew one and gained the memory? You know? Dude, anytime the white tamer and the 21 tamer are down, and I'm like, yeah, draw one, gain one, draw one, gain one, draw one, gain one. It's just like, sexy gal. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I can't keep talking about fucking Shaman forever. It's all I've done for like 2 weeks. This deck is good. Don't know why people pretended it
Back to
wasn't.
Omni Ladder.
Yeah,
So,
let's
like-
talk about Omni Ladder.
All
So
right.
there's 2. Basically,
Wait.
this
The
is
5th
all-
place guy's name was Madashita.
Roleplay maxing.
So there's 2 things that we have to talk about when we talk about Omni Ping Pong. First, the first big like win that this deck got, like that everyone was like talking about, was when it topped Sydney. And the one that topped Sydney was like really white bread, played a bunch of memory boosts. That was the sauce. Now the Mexico event has, I think, 3 different Omnimons, and I think at least 2 of them are all really tamer heavy. And like one of them is like straight up. Sorry, there was also an event in Sydney or there was a player in Sydney that was like an actual full honest to god adventure base, but it was playing Palamon and Biomon. It wasn't playing Agumon and Goblimon, which was fine. It did pretty well. It doesn't matter. Like the point is, and the reason I'm talking about this is that there's versions of this deck. Everyone is like, your Omni Ladder is a great way to describe this deck because it's not just ping pong anymore. There's like multiple ways you can play it. Like you can actually just build in the back in some versions and then like slam the first assembly 6. So like there's lots of tweaks and things to try. But these ones are important. We're going to talk about these ones because this is the first time that the tamer heavy Omnimon lists topped at the same time Millenniummon topped. So everyone was always like, oh my God, you can't play the tamers in Omni Ladder because Millenniummon is going to just take them out while you begin to cycle your cards. But it's not true. You act like that's fucking big purple player propaganda. The actual way that matchup shakes out, and you should talk to Jambo about this because his story about Bristol is really funny, is that the Omnimon player just stonewalls Millenniummon. Millennium sets up over and over and over again to find its combo and do its multiple end of turn things to build its level 7. And what Omnimon does is nothing. It waits and it OTKs you. And you don't play with the Millenniummon player. You interact 0 times. You play tamers, you play boosts. It doesn't matter. No matter what they're doing, if they ever respond to your board, they're setting themselves behind more than you are. So the reason that this matters is this is the first time that the tamer versions, and then the other thing is like this is because they're on tamer versions, they're playing Ukomon. I think that's way stronger than people are giving it credit for.
I mean,
Ukomon matters
chip.
a lot. The chip, right? So because you can play Ukomon with the tamers instead of Ukomon and memory boosts, which do nothing, we're like, oh my God, the lethal line is less complicated now. So now you're seeing instead of like the 5 Alter S lists, they're playing 3 Alter S.
And
And
then
they're playing Island. And Islands to pick it up and do it again. So like there's so many more like we have gone from like stratification of like, oh, it's a 48 pile, a card combo pile to, oh, it's a mid-range deck to it's an OTK deck, but like you can play adventure stuff to like something like this. The next Omni list as well. I think the 4th place one was on like this is like a more standard version, but even this is still on Ukomon. It's Ukomon and no tamers. And like the dam is broken now, right? Like this is what I'm trying to say is if we have finally moved to the point where we're like, oh my God, all it takes is just finding the combo once and having a chip from Ukomon, this is just the new safest Liberator deck. And that's what the format's going to look like.
Bring up the 4s again. I want to check something on the 84s. If you type Greymon, you're okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say if you type Greymon, you're gonna go to hell. Oh no, it comes up right in the
They're
first
both
card.
there, both in the first row.
The first row.
I was just gonna see if I could get rid of.
I mean, they're literally there. The first. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the effect on this fucking guy?
It's the
What's-
exact same as Ultra
when you're in Digimon.
or
Okay.
Ultraris mode.
Played or Digivolve, so they see themselves. No, it's when either Digimon Tamers or Played or Digivolve, any of them have Garurumon or Taikamiya in their names. This
So
Digimon may
go to the 5. Go to the 5 to the metal Greymon.
You're gonna have to
Oh,
turn
you
off
take-
81.
You have to take off 80.
Yeah, that's Ultraris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to check something.
It's the good version of this effect where you can't floodgate it.
Scroll down.
Oh, can you not read off the image?
No. Oh, okay. So both the 4s and the 5s evolve without paying costs.
Yes. So the idea is that you set up
Mhm.
either with Nokia or just slamming the next beast to combo, and you do the full chain. Some people, like I mentioned, look, when you start to add the tamers and the adventure cards, there are other ways you can get into it. So like, you might have noticed the 5th place Mexico list is Omniladder with Matt and Ties. By playing Matt and Tie, you can evolve both the 4s simultaneously that way. So like you can build either one in the back and play the tamer and get the combo this way. People have talked about like why you play Matt and TK because it gives you rush. The other Matt and Tie is like a combo card. Sorry, Matt and TK is a combo card. The next Omni Ladder deck in that same event is still doing similar stuff. So like,
I see the vision.
It's better than people wrote it off, but I think when it like everyone has a plan until BT25 brings around like part of why it's good is because you can't block it, right? Like it's 2 damage, spit them back out, they become immune, and when the Omnimon attacks, you couldn't redirect it. That was why it's like an effective combo. But it's really good until like faster shit shows up or like more aggressive shit that shows up. And like when Jupiter gets new tools, it gets a little bit better. When the Olympians get more tools, they get a little bit better. Beatbreak is pretty damn good at taking this game and like matching the pace this deck plays at. So like this deck is good. It's not going anywhere. I just don't think it's going to be 3 of a top 16 regularly in BT25. Yeah, that's Omni ranting. It's still really good. I'm not trying to downplay it.
Speaking of 3 of a top 16.
Yeah, this keeps shout out to Red Hybrid too. There are 2 Red Hybrids in Baton Rouge.
Red Hybrid. Ooh, let's look at Red Hybrid.
I just wanted to mention.
Oh, this is the Pulse Bomb.
This is Ruin Turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are actually TS Venus, TS Jupiter files here, but this one is not really.
Oh, the Millennium, me when I misclick. This is
That's also Jupiter.
Yeah, this is Jupiter.
Ooh, let's look at some Red Hybrid. You know, it's so sexy.
All right, let's go to Baton Rouge because there are 2 Red Hybrids in top 16.
All right, Disaster.
4. Wait, scroll up a little bit. 4-4-2-4-2. Burning Ray is okay. Playing Korikaku and Zephyr's kind of weird, but like, I mean, it's fine. This is fine. No Uko, so they have a bit more space for like options.
I think it's really close to what Shane ran at Bristol. So I think he was on one of each.
He wasn't on Burning Gray, and he was on more of like he was on like more Korikakus and stuff.
Yeah, he was on like more Freeze and more of the Dragon Floodgate.
And I don't think he was on Crimson.
Really?
Uko isn't really ran anymore. Disagree. I like winning.
See, Marcia, that was a really nice way to do what I did before, where I called somebody an idiot.
I know how to play Red Hybrid, so you know.
They're on the funny.
Yeah, I suppose it's neat. I think Crimson is like kind of no, you draw a lot, so like if people make a board, you can Crimson, but you kind of want them to make a board because you just fucking kill them.
You want to use Emperor Greymon.
Yeah, you want to use Emperor Greymon, you just fucking murk them.
Am I thinking? I want to make sure I'm thinking of the right
It's
event.
like,
but
you
other
don't have a
hybrid
you don't have a
list.
ton of ways to search for the Chunguses, for the KnTElixar dragon. So like Ukomon is one of the few ways that you do get to do that.
Okay, the second red hybrid list is the one I was thinking of, Marcio. You're gonna want to look at that. Sir, you're gonna want to see this.
The Gamma Max.
The 14th place one.
The Gamma Maxer.
Okay,
When you see it.
What, the Flamon, the Piercing Flamon?
No, well, Piercing Flamon, my all-time goat.
But then they're also on the Warp Alda.
The BT17 Aldamon, and of course BT12 Takuya.
Yeah, so the 12th Takuya I think is better than the
Takuya Koji.
The Takuya Koji, because like you don't
need the end of turn attack. You don't need the end of turn really attack. Annoying.
Yeah, it's super annoying. I'd rather just have the mem setter that I can tap into for more memory.
Plus the triggering the your turn potentially multiple times to just keep getting the memory like turn over turn is ridiculous.
I think it's so funny because this guy did what I did, which was like, instead of playing one of the Floodgates, what if I just play like one?
The one I like.
The one I like. And like, I was on Volk because like I think stopping decks from playing out and promoting is a lot stronger. Like there are a lot of decks that like you dome them, they get like 2 or 3 like fucking trainings and they go, next turn, and then you go
no moving,
no moving, no play. So I prefer that one a little bit more, but like this one is equally strong. Like it's slightly better in like hybrid mirrors. But wow, I think the Flamon is really funny because like when you want your better combo, you consistently are fishing for piercing, and just having a Flamon that is piercing is pretty good.
Yeah,
I guess
and you can cycle that in here.
Functionally does the same thing if you're trying to like ruin them in raising.
It
has a couple things it does, but it doesn't stop like.
Moving is really strong.
Yeah, stopping the moving matters. And the other reason Volcanic is really good is because it's sort of the same as a Crimson Blaze, where it like stops the special summoning. And in the matchups that matters in, you can't replace how good that is.
Like you're just TS Minerva, right? Like they don't care about evolving, but they would go, I'll slap a Minerva. That's when you'd want them to like, not be able to play out small guys.
Red Hybrid's shittiest, worst matchups, because like Marcio mentioned like an hour ago, is that Red Hybrid plays on a different axis. It kind of has to chip people. Like it has to progress its game plan that way. So the reason that Multalic is so good is because the things that kill Red Hybrid are like Styraco and Puppets.
And
it's like just being able to go like, okay, well,
no move.
no move, and also like the metallic stopping the evolving means that like you just tell them to kick rocks because they can't use all the trainings and emblems.
Because I guess the idea is like anything that makes it to board after a metallic is something that Emperor Greymon sends to hell.
Yeah, Emperor's he does 90% of the work for you as a player. You just set him up. Yeah.
Whereas the Volcanic could floodgate someone out where they end up playing in the back and you lose value. So I guess the Metallic is like, you can still play something. Yeah. Can't do anything with it. Nothing bad.
The thing is, right? Realistically, like this guy is like, I'm saying stubborn because I'm stubborn, right? And this is like a stubborn list. The correct way to go about it is to play the 1/1, and like you might get the flow once in a while, right? Like once in a blue moon, cool, they float into each other, so neat. I think it's neat that this guy just like was like, fuck the promo Emperor Greymon. I'm just gonna play the good one because I need to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because of the Flamon, right? Like the piercing Flamon.
Yeah, having piercing, having the unsuspend for 2 checks. It's like a 5. Sorry, it turns it for 6 damage combo, right?
He wasn't on Spirit Evolution, which is kind of weird.
Nor is he. This is the other thing I was gonna say. Nor is he on the BT7 Aldamon. So this is like.
Yes.
This feels like this deck is BT18 Emperor Turbo.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one is like Red Hybrid with homies.
What is the BD21?
Oh, it's a warp.
Yeah.
So that's not a warp. That's a sec plus. But like the way you go into it for 2 because your Burning Greymon or your Aguni will reduce it by 1, and then itself has the other reduction. So you always go into this guy for 2. But because like you can just also evolve into it, and then it's 3 checks. Like you just go swing for 3 checks. Which is like pretty strong.
He's the play from trash as well, right?
Yeah, he also plays
like his nice niche is recursion.
Yes, he plays the Tamers from Trash on deletion, whereas the BT7 Alda doesn't.
Yeah.
He's pretty neat in terms of like pushing like a lot of damage like really quickly. But but I think he falls short a little bit in terms of like the utility of like denying options in security and being a free evo to scale into your floodgate level 6s. I also find it kind of, I guess because he's not on Spirit Evolution, he doesn't need the Flamon to play out the Tamers for free that often. And like I like the commitment to the Burning Greymon because being purple matters a little bit because you need to load different colors under your Tri-Tamer, so having like a purple hybrid is like a big deal. Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, but I think it'll be more so. I think both.
Red Hybrid, it feels like if you play the Tamer and you play the Omnimon, you understand the shell you need around.
I've seen people in like Digica commit to like more of like the toolboxy aspect of like I'll only play like Wind to Flame, and then I've seen people play like all kinds of like quirky level 6. I've seen like the new Wargreymon from the AD01. Like I've seen people play that.
The Adventure one. It's tight.
Yeah. I've seen like because it's like unaffected, so you could have like an unaffected blocker. So you know,
I'm a fan.
And then what else? Top two. Oh wow. Zafagavon guy.
Zeph got 9th here, but it got 8th in Baton Rouge. Oh, sorry, it got 8th in Mexico.
Are they on the Sec Plus one? No. This is just.
This one's kind of more white bread. The 8th place in Mexico.
They're on the unaffected 5, which is like.
Am I tripping? Wait, is this Athens? This is Athens. Boy. You said 8th place.
Yeah, by username Sonic.
Whoa, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so I was saying this is. I think Zeph's like finally got a top 8 at a Bag Regional.
5s look okay. Oh, okay. I'm kind of losing it with people playing the dog shit Gale that plays on a Tamer. We don't need Tamer play out that badly, guys. Like, come on, like, be so fucking for real, man. This is just no spice. Like,
so hold on. I want to shout something out really quick because I don't even think you spotted it in the other list. The 8th place Zeph is like all of the bird eggs with none of the Daramon that you would abuse.
No.
This one's playing 3-1 on its egg split.
I'll just get like at least commit to 3-2, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I guess they want the Fluffy to wait. Are they on Dara?
No.
That's what I mean. It's demon hours. I think if you went to church more, bro, you would have gotten that 8th place.
I mean, I think it's trying to solve Zeph for only like a white bread list at top is so funny. Just like, what if I mean it could just be
it really like it's Magna X again. Like this deck is not like a green deck anymore. And we're just like, oh, Zeph lost his thing in one set. No. Magnamon X lost his thing in 1 year. The actual way that this card sees wins is because you just make the run where you're like, I out interacted the other guy. He couldn't play the board and I had an immune dude. I won. GG's.
I mean, into there's a lot of X that is like straight up like hybrid X fucking despise triple blocker.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. We're back on protection.
I mean, it's because of like if you're on the Asin, you're on the Gallant, you just kind of suck it up and play it.
Yeah,
I don't love it, but like it's fine.
I was hopping on this from week 1. It's like the going wide is cute. But if you don't make vortex, you die. So what if we just did the thing that Zeph did really well, which was not die?
This list is on like 2 medieval, right? So they can pivot into like a control strategy with medieval, and then eventually get to.
Yeah, there's some real value in becoming unaffected medieval Gallant on the Floodgates, and then you turn it into a vortex the next turn.
Yeah,
like oops.
Straight up. There's nothing wrong with it. I wanted to like, you know, push something that was like. Not trying to rely on unaffected, but like, I mean, yeah, unaffected are pretty good, man.
Yep.
Weird that nobody's on the Kokua.
That it was just a thing for Bristol and nobody's teched
the Sec Plus one is so good, man.
I think a lot of people just didn't want to commit to, because that's the green player in you, Marcio. You want the green deck that does its damage in that kind of lethal clock, whereas these people are playing, I won't OTK them.
Nah, man, I'll just OTK. What?
Well, that's what I mean. Like you see the value in that. I don't know. Listen, I didn't get 8th and 9th was the Fagamon. I'm not pretending I got.
Real quick, I think it's the deck is topping because people are not afraid of it anymore. Like people not like consciously building around it, like, oh, I gotta include something for the deck. So as a result,
that's true. Yeah, there are less like
Right?
It's like the best recipient of early fraud watch, rather than being like on long-term fraud watch where people are like, oh, this deck is actually shit. It was like everyone went, oh, this deck is crazy. Everyone tech for it. Then everyone, yo, this deck is ass. You're wasting slots in your deck if you tech for it. And now it's back to, hey, you kind of, it's a matchup you have to respect.
Oh, that's
just your friend Aaron.
Yeah, I love the Sequel
we
Swan
talked
thing.
about it on the show the other week.
I loved it. I thought it was like a genius way to solve like the next problem and just like blow someone up. Just like you just fucking died because you were like, when they make the Vortextramon, I'll have the option in my hand. Die.
Yeah.
Just die.
It's grandest, man.
Two checks. Sorry, it would be like what? One check.
Two checks. Game.
Vortex for game.
Yeah.
Cock for game.
Let's
awesome.
see.
Yeah, I thought that would catch like more people. Like more people would be like, oh yeah, this is like how we're supposed to. This is how we're supposed to build Zeph from now on. But I guess like, oh, I'm so scared of
the last
Evo.
I would say the last archetype we haven't talked about to death here on Misplay for Game that has a top in these two events is Royal Knights finally showed up and has a 12th place list.
Well, it wasn't in Baton Rouge.
Mexico, yeah.
Sorry, was it Mexico?
Yeah,
it was Mexico.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Roxas. I'm glad he woke up or whatever.
The list is
Riku, I'm falling asleep from making one action a turn.
Trident arm.
Yeah, and 2 BT13 Alphamon to stall the Olympians. It is.
Congrats to the guy dodging Venus.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. Roxas, you did great, broski. Way to beat the Heartless and beat the allegations. But, holy fuck!
What the fuck? I thought this was gonna be like trying to fish for like a blast. No. Like it's Trident Arm and you blast someone.
Not even like Leopard Ace. They're not even on Leopard Ace. Like like.
Yes, Marcio. Thank you for pointing this out. Because this is the thing I've been complaining about. I've played this deck a bunch this week to try and figure it out. Because the first time I saw it, it confused the shit out of me. The best I can describe this deck to you boys is this is Royal Knights, but the chip damage version. And I unironically, most of my wins from this deck are just Omegamon or Omegamon Swarm. And then, sorry, like, my bad. Yeah. Omegamon. It's Omegamon Swarm, and then you've got a bunch of like rush idiots. So like the burn Omnimon can clear the option, but it does do a burn. The rush Gallantmon does a burn. The Omni X is your attack for game. Like this deck is not always going to RK13U. Yeah, I had who.
I just.
Hey, sorry,
if there are any mods in the Twitch, can you mute him for a day?
I'm now gonna quickly beef with your brother real quick.
13 Alpha does stop.
It does stop Medusa before it becomes progressed. Yeah.
No, but hold on. 10 or more can attack player.
As long as you attack at Lamia, you're okay.
Yeah.
But that means build in the back for Lamia EX. BT24.
No, usually you just swing, security check. The combat is happening. Digimon.
Yeah.
Wait, also.
It's not horror. It could be worse,
If you're Trident arming as well, isn't that also kind of goofy?
No, okay.
What about the second swing? My fucking Cyclomon, because I play 4 of them because I'm a Giga Chat.
The Trident arm is because the Alphamons and you have Magnamon for 0 in the mid game because it becomes so cheap that it's your black source that you basically turn on the black source like that, right?
Yeah. You just
the Lord Knights are really effective, like bozos that you can bring down early. The Lord Knight becomes immune or plays another Omegamon, which you're going to chip with. But the main dudes are the Alphamons. The Alphamons are either recovery or a guy that can stick around for multiple turns. So I was not in on the Trident arm.
It's fine.
Still, I'm not in on the Trident arm. It's cute to have a taunt. I like that, I guess. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I think it should just be Comet Hammer. Because then your CS assholes can use them.
Oh.
I think the taunt is
fun. It's fine.
I think the taunt is like the main thing.
Yeah, surely
most of the times I used it, it was play mag. Well, I played this exact list a bunch on DCGO this week to try and figure this out. Because when I saw this result, I was like, what the? The idea is the Magnamon comes down for 0, and then you Digivolve something to smaller than Magnamon, and then Magnamon blocks and
Yeah,
that's the
pretty
gimmick.
good.
Yeah.
It gives you like more outs while like progressing game state.
Yeah, it does let you, if they don't have a mem setter, turn skip with Oryuken.
Yeah,
But like,
it's fine.
that
I
doesn't
think
come up a lot.
It's neat.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does let you turn skip with Oryuken as I spend 6.
Yeah, you're gonna have a
Well,
bunch of or you can for 0, and the cool boys give you
Dep-
memory.
Yeah.
Depends how much they pass.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You got options.
It's still like you're still spending 6,
Oh,
but
there are 2 CS guys here. Yeah. I'm saying maybe put some more of them fucking back in the
I mean,
deck.
I like Trident Arm. I can't wait for a Trident Arm dual card. You know?
Metal Greymon Duel. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be a metal. No, it's not going to be a metal Greymon. It's gonna
Trident Arm is Metal Greymon. What are you talking
no,
about?
I'm talking about like effect on dual card.
Okay, yeah.
Like the Digivolve taunt something.
Hey, well, that'll be
dual card
Bagra,
evolve.
right? Or Blast Duel.
No. It'll be Alphamon support.
No,
Oh,
it'll be Craniumon Embarmon.
More out. Dude, no,
I can't do that. I show speed face very well because I'm not a talented actor.
So like real quick, I was like, oh man, I don't really want more Royal Knight support, but then they were like, these are the decks.
Yeah. We're getting Nokia,
like,
baby.
I'm like, oh, so you're telling me there's a chance that the horse makes a comeback? Ooh, I love me some horse gaming, and we got like a ton of good support.
What's the
Horse
guy called?
Gaming.
What's the guy called?
What, Kentaros?
No, not
Samson?
Kentaro. Samson.
Yeah.
Can't wait for ultra rare Samson.
Dude, Sam, give me like, because like, okay, we have Kentaros has a
Sam.
burst mode and a next antibody, and we have neither of them.
Richard Sampson.
Richard Sampson.
Samson didn't sound right. I was
So-
kind of freaked out.
Yellow.
Yeah, I can't
is-
wait for you are Richard Sampson.
It'll be 3. We'll get 3 horses. It'll be a new Kentaros, a Kentaros Sex, and a Kentaros Burst Mode. Trust.
Oh,
And it's
Okay,
gonna
and then
work
more
with
leopard.
Bancholio as well. Bancholio Burst. It's gonna be the 2 old men. Your 2 dads will be like, yo, what up? Do you remember back in the day when
I
we
don't
used
want
to
my
use
deck to be a fucking function. What? My opponent brings mac and cheese?
Kring Drazel?
yeah, EX13 is gonna be great, man. I'm excited.
Okay, but he does have aura.
Yeah, I find it really funny that the set that introduced the Royal Knights dot deck and the set that's like, oh yes, we're doing all of the Royal Knights individually because we have made a huge mistake by making them all Royal Knight slop are both the 13th of their respective sets. So shout out to AD13 in 25 years when that's another Royal Knight set.
W.
They finally reprint what's it called? The arena in like a regular rarity for the Ulforce players.
I guess they've got the heroine set now, right? Those have just started coming
That's why I
out.
meant regular rarity. Fine, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Shucks, gang. That was the regionals. Was there anything else? Oh, sorry if you topped and we didn't talk about your deck. I just don't want to talk about Medusamon anymore because we talked about it a lot.
We didn't actually, like, we kind of glossed over it when we mentioned Dan last week. Like, but Millennium?
Oh yeah, that was cool
Shit,
that Dan
my
top.
goal?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
hype.
Go.
Yeah, he topped the
What was he on? Medusa?
No,
Millennium.
Millennium,
Oh, Millennia. Okay.
It was the Booster Box Norfolk Regionals.
the online.
Oh, that's neat.
No,
Big win.
this was not the online one. He busted out in the online one. This was the in-person one. And
Oh,
We
you're
want in
right. Sorry.
person.
Yeah.
Person is better.
I say this, but the Americans all flamed me for that. The Americans tell me that nobody goes to the in-person ones in NA, and that the online ones are the ones that matter.
yeah, this was
which is crazy.
this list is so funny because this list was like this list was like he took all of the
All the
2
disparate
a.m. Jambo
concepts. Yeah, yeah.
messages. Like it was sick. Like
It's the Rush Chimera, the
the
fucking Shoutmon DX.
The
He was
Rush
like, I
Chimera.
want all of it. I want all of it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I'll
greedy.
play a little bit.
it's so sick as well because I spoke to him after. It's like how much did the white Chimera come? And he's like, so freaking. I'm like, excellent. That one time I sacked Marcio on camera, it's turned into a 13th place.
I think it's like
It's a cool
not
card.
just because I fuck with Dan as a dude and he's like been on the show and we're tight, but like I think it's crazy that like the first comments I saw people talking about this were like, kind of shitty list, bro. Should have played the 4th insane synthetic monster. It's
No.
like shut up. Literally just be dead. Just stop it. Actually, you
It's
should have
so
to pass a
funny.
test to go on the internet.
It's so
It's
funny
like-
because it's like this.
You want
The,
redundancy, but
the Wicked God Descends is so fucking funny as well because that's just like the Andrew, what if you think we play Wicked God Descends? I'm like, I guess. I'm like, it's the 5th promo millennium. I'm like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. And yeah, it's just every single tech that's there. The Shoutmon DX is there for Vortex. It's excellent.
It was like, I want all of it. I want all of it. Give me all the tech. All the tech is mine.
Yeah, it's big. So shout out
Which
to
is
Dan.
like, it's kind of funny, like, because that is kind of from like, because we talked a little bit when I was like trying out the Abarum on like his version of the deck. He's a guy that would just be like, yeah, I want this and I want this, and I'm trust the process.
It's like you have to do 3 things to be a Dan deck. It needs to draw at least 3 cards in 1 turn. It
Yeah.
needs to have an OTK that's like at least 60% consistent, and it has to have a guy that looks cool. Like, he's not building around no Scrimblow Bimblow. I've never seen Dan, outside of like maybe Marmemon, I've literally never seen Dan sit down with a pile of 50 that's like goober on front. It's always like, yeah, this guy, he's kind of got a movie based around him. He's kind of a big deal. I love level 7s. Yeah. But also, he did get put, you know, he deserved this because his online regional run was 3 Medusas back to back. So he got put in the fucking
Yeah, he got put in the blender.
yeah, excellent stuff. But yeah, shout outs to all of the regionals. It's really cool to be talking about Digimon again and not like just like a, yeah, we went to locals, the game's kind of fun, I'm fucking around with this. It's just like shit is happening, people are going to stuff, people are traveling.
Yeah. Speaking of traveling, you'll be seeing all 3 of us at Games Expo, right? You're gonna be here for UK Games Expo at the end of this month.
Yeah, if you see me, I'll be like found footage, because I will not be where you expect me to be. If you see me, I'm so sorry. The others will be doing stuff though.
Yeah. Misplay for Game will be represented in some capacity, which is very cool.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we'll
We
see
will
you
not
there.
have jackets because oopsie.
Listen, shipping is weird. This is my final call to action for content creators or any folks that are potentially interested in doing a collaboration with Misplay for Game. We've got a special video that I've been working on. Shouts to friend of the show, beloved orange picker, Mr. Jamie Minikill, for being a little creative component lead on this. He's been helping us out. A Misplay pre-recorded special working on this year, where we want to know about content creators in the Digimon space who want to work with us. So if you have put videos up, we've talked about you on the show, we've had you on the show. Well, if we've had you on the show and you're in the dang Discord, you're going to get a ping from me this week. But like, other than that, we want to hear from you because we're trying to make some stuff. So yeah, there's that. What else do we want to plug?
If you watch this on not YouTube and you're watching this on Twitch, thank you to everyone that turns the overlay different colors by hitting follow or subscribe earlier or Prime. We did see it. It does turn the overlay a different color. It's cool. It helps put money in our pocket. In fact, if you turn it blue with Twitch Prime, you can take money away from a billionaire and give it to me, or join the members in order to support the channel. Now that we are going to be doing some more stuff that involves getting people to places, support goes a long, long way. So thank you for that. And also you can support for free by subscribing on YouTube, hitting the like button to boost it in the algorithm, or 5-star, whatever your rating of choice is on your podcast listening platform of choice. If you're a champion tier or higher, you're going to get to hear us converse and truly the finest coming together of minds as we design mode changes in the Digimon card game, or we pivot to something completely different. Who's to say? But you'll get to see it early this month as opposed to early next month if you're a champion tier or higher or above. Fellas, shall we do the thing?
I'm ready, man. Feeling good. I'm limbered up. Thanks for watching.
We
Sure, it's a Welsh lang long.